apparently Crazy Phil is back. Say hi, Crazy Phil.
Heyo.
I'm LaShock, and I'm also here with the one and only Ugly Tuco.
Woo!
And we're launching into our third and final game of the weekend, where we pit together two groups of players ranked bronze or even silver fives. We let the silver fives in as well, to go head-to-head against each other to simulate a solo queue environment, while we comment on the stream to coach and try and give tips to how to improve so you can make your game stronger and go up in rank. So right now we're getting into Champ Select, so here we go.
Alright, cool. I'll tone down the Rocky theme music here as we start actually discussing the game.
Wait, what?
Yeah, don't worry about it. It's cool. It's entertainment.
Alright. I can dig it.
I'll make sure I have John Cena next time for Bronze Boot Camp. But, yeah. Alright, so do you guys want to talk about the bans at all? Or the picks? Anything, because we got lots of time to talk about this stuff.
Ooh, a lot of new meta bans I'm seeing here. I've been seeing a lot of Diana, Shyvana, Kel bans in my ranked games.
Yeah. I agree.
And for good reason, too. Ever since the Nashor's Tooth buff, it just made both Kale and Diana such powerhouses.
Oh, they're so good. Yeah.
Yeah. Riven, again, I think it's another respect ban.
It is.
And Volibear as well.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently it was scary last time.
Well, yeah, even though he fell a little bit far behind, you could see how effective he was.
Yeah.
He was still effective in team fights. It wasn't like, oh, useless, can't do anything, so... Yeah.
Blitz is blitz, whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
It's either you know how to hook or you don't.
He's still one of the people I fall back on if, like, the enemy team picks Soraka first for support. I'm just like, oh, hello.
Ah.
Have I introduced you to Blitzcrank?
Our Lord and Savior.
Yeah. I'm not going to pull the AD carry. I'm going to pull you.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Do you want to play a Blitzcrank?
We got some old school champs on the left side. Ashe, Cho'Gath, fucking Garen, and Tryndamere.
Damn, yeah.
I know Garen's on his way to a rework. I know a little bit about him, so I'll be able to commentate a bit, but it looks like he's going up against Shin, and I don't know if he'll be able to do too much, to tell the truth. If he doesn't, around level 4... oh, Whale joined in the group, I'm glad he did. Around level 4 or 5 is when Garen really starts to become a lane bully. If he can utilize that to bully out Shin, he might be okay. But once again, we're seeing both top laners take teleport, and I would really like to see some plays made with that teleport instead of just coming back to lane every so often.
Yeah. There's actually a high level, like Diamond 3 level Garen main. And what he does is that he generally takes Ignite Flash, and he basically builds him crit Garen, and does fairly well. Like, I'm not sure how... I'm pretty sure Garen's going to need to do well early game in order to stay relevant versus a Shen.
Mm-hmm.
So, if he is looking to be more tanky, I probably would like to see a Black Cleaver first item on him. Because more than likely, a Shen will be building Sunfire first.
Or the new Dead Man's Plate, if he's smart.
That too.
Yeah. Is that Cleanse? Okay, it's Cleanse. Interesting. I would say I've played a little bit of Karthus, not too much, but I do find that Exhaust works really well with him to help lock down your targets to put on your damage. Cleanse, I can see it working. I guess the things you're worried about are Thresh Hook and Ashe Arrow, so you don't have to worry about that in lane. You're going up against Cho'Gath mid, it looks like. I guess will it cleanse Silence?
No, yeah, it does. You
Okay.
can't use Cleanse if you're silenced.
Yeah, so, I don't know. Cho'Gath's a big target anyway, you could probably hit your Qs on him throughout the game, but I feel Exhaust really synergizes well with Karthus. And Karthus might have a tough time this game. Cho'Gath is going to be able to have it...
Is he?
Yeah, I think so, because Karthus is so slow that Karthus can knock him up almost at will, I feel like.
I don't know. I think it's going to be a lot easier for Karthus just because his Q range is vastly superior to any other abilities Cho'Gath has.
True. Yeah.
And because of that, I think his Q outranges everything, if I'm not mistaken. So
It's up there, yeah.
yeah, and I do agree with the exhaust, in fact, because depending on how Tryndamere does this game, he's going to need that just to completely shut him down.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's why I usually love taking Ignite on Leona, but I completely understand the exhaust just for the Tryndamere. So, yeah. Bot lane, Sivir, Leona versus Ashe, Thresh. I feel like, once again, Ashe, Thresh, like blue team, they're going to have the advantage for gank assists. And purple team they have a pretty strong level 2 if she decides to take Ricochet and Boomerang Blade level 2. It's a little risky, but if they go in, I think we've talked about this a ton, if Leona goes in, she has no way out. That's one of the things we have. I think one of our reservations against Leona is that she's a very one-directional champ. Thresh, you have so many options. You can engage, you can disengage, you can kind of save people with your lantern. He's very versatile, very hard to play. But, yeah, I would have to give the advantage. I think Sivir Leona can really throw down the hurt, so we'll see.
Old champs, new skins. That should be their team name.
It should be.
Oh.
Do any of you guys have thoughts about the Fizz versus Tryndamere jungle matchup? That's one you probably don't see every day.
Yeah, I feel like I wouldn't think Tryndamere would be going Devour this game. This doesn't sound good.
No?
Like, well, what does he get from Devour stated?
I guess just I guess you'd have to build Zeal at some point, right, for the crit? If he builds Sated Devourer? Yeah, I'm not exactly sure either. I wonder what
both of these
Peter
things
Jacket's
are really
opinion is on Jungle Tryndamere. Last season I played a couple games of... Oh, where'd it go? Okay, there we go. Of Jungle Fizz, but it was more like of a tanky on-hit AD Fizz, and with the changes, he still kind of is that way. Will probably be...
Runeglaive is actually really good on Fizz.
Yeah,
he doesn't have to build Lichbane anymore.
Nope. He does not. Let's see here.
I think a more like tankier bruiser type of Fizz is what we'll be seeing here. Go Runeglaive, and then honestly going Black Cleaver, possibly even Trinity Force wouldn't be that bad.
Yeah, Fizz has a lot of different build options.
Yeah.
He's crazy good at a lot of things. Even being a tank, semi-tank, just because of his passive, it's ridiculous.
Build tank and still do damage.
Mm-hmm.
Balanced.
Yep.
Rito, please.
Looks like both teams are kind of spread out, checking out where each other is. Garen's kind of just chilling at tower up in the upper bush area. I would like to see him chill around his upper jungle, maybe throw a ward at one of the entrances and chill around the other, just to be on the lookout for any invade attempt or a camp start from the enemy. But yeah, minions have spawned. It looks like both junglers are going to be starting with their bot lane. Is Fizz going to start blue? No, he's going to start.
As I said before with Garen, you want that early game pressure. So probably getting a longsword 3 pots would be most beneficial for you.
Yeah, he's kind of going really defensive against somebody that really isn't going to, I don't know, have a lot of kill pressure on him early on. But
like if you go like tank for tank, Shen is a better tank than he is late game.
Yeah, most definitely.
Also take Q first, better damage level 1, and you don't push up the wave.
Nice trade there from bot lane. The only issue blue Ashe and Thresh need to worry about here is that it definitely looks like they won't be getting level 2 first. But Leona got chunked down quite a bit, so I don't think they have to worry about her diving in level 2. Yeah, they get it first, but the wave's pushed up. Oh, Thresh, you're taking a lot of free minion damage when you do that.
Ooh.
Yeah, things are very close back and forth right now.
Yeah, right now, Garen should be honestly just pushing up this turret to get a reset right away.
Ashe needs to be a bit more reactive with that gank attempt and know what's coming. Oh, one more crit. Oh. Ouch.
Well,
Fizz.
that's not good.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering, because
Oh.
it was just auto-attacking.
What
for no
happened?
reason. He disconnected.
Oh.
Can we get a game pause?
Yep,
to be able to zap.
there we go. Cool. Right on cue. How'd you do that?
DM powers.
Ah, true. The DM is strong with LeShock. Oh, hopefully we get let's see here. Who disconnected there?
That would be Karthus.
Yeah. Hopefully you can jump back into the game. Oh, reconnected. Cool. That was a quick pause. I like it.
Nice. Oh, yeah, I was wondering, like, your thoughts on going Relic Shield and solo Q-wise for a Thresh versus maybe like an Ancient Coin.
If you're really good at practicing it, it's so hard on Thresh to get good at it. Otherwise, Ancient Coin is actually really good on Thresh. It gives you a little bit of sustain in lane, and it helps give you another engage tool to use.
Yeah, me personally, I'm like, I don't feel confident at all last hitting the
Yeah.
diamond creeps. And I feel like my ADC would just hate me more if I actually did screw it up.
Let's see here. Both junglers, it looks like they're just gonna farm, and I think Fizz is gonna head back after this camp here. Yeah. I'm wondering what their next moves should be. If you guys have any insight, which lane's like gankable for either? I'm thinking Garen's lane is pretty. He's been pushing up all game, so that might be a good target. Also, bot lane is a pretty big target too. I feel like. Yeah,
Well, already-
Cho'Gath's- but
yeah.
Blue team in general has been pushing up in every lane.
He's already tried to gank up top, but that Garen already shred him so hard.
Oh, okay.
Top lane is going to be more of an island than usual because both of those champions aren't very good at dying.
Easy. Yeah, Friendamir should be looking at Garen's items and realizing he's not going damage. He's building a Sunfire more than likely.
Yeah.
So he was not going to be winning the game for you. Like when you're jungling, you want to use your time ganking and thinking who's going to win the game for me. And
Yeah.
top lane isn't going to. You could possibly get a kill off a mid lane depending on the rupture.
Karthus
And-
is 6 now, so everyone's got to pay attention.
Oh, most definitely.
But since like all your waves are freaking pushed up all lanes, you might as well just keep on AFK farming. Maybe counter jungle.
Looks like Tryndamere's taking a little detour into the enemy jungle. Getting some invading going on.
Yeah, it's just a nice little vacation.
Ooh, nice wards. Yeah, that's normally a spot where he plays pink ward, where people generally not tend to look at.
Yeah.
The nice little cheese trick they did. Good job.
Here comes Fizz for the gank bot. I think they'll be able to secure this kill here. Yep. Nice job. And there's not too much you can do to foresee an in-lane gank coming, especially when you're pushed up so far ahead. But even so, even if Fizz had come through the river, there are no wards down for blue team.
Yep.
Tryndamere's thinking about top. Go ahead.
Bot lane's probably Fizz's best bet to keep on coming, just because Ashe should blow flash.
Yeah.
Just remember, when someone does blow flash, you just type it down. 5 minutes is a good general rule of thumb, without thinking about masteries.
A little bit of a slow game compared to the other ones.
Yeah, but this is exactly what blue or red team wants.
Yeah.
Karthus scales way better than Cho'Gath. Den does way more.
Yeah, Fizz scales pretty well. Tryndamere scales really well too, though, I guess.
Yeah.
No towers are dropping yet for Tryndamere to look at doing split pushing.
I would
let's
imagine,
face it, that's what's going to happen.
Probably.
Oh yeah, for sure. But I would imagine Shen being able to deal with a split pushing Tryndamere.
Oh, some coordination going on. Whoa.
They can still get it. They can still get it.
Leona ult needed to follow up with that miss dash in. Oh man. Oh. Flash.
They're gonna dive. Oh, not without the parasol.
I'm not sure if Shen communicated that or not, but
oh,
there we go.
There it is. Oh. Oh, Leona's gonna go down.
Yeah.
But I think this tower's gonna go too.
Yeah, both for Shen and Leona. Make sure you guys communicate that a little bit better.
Oh, that using. Okay. Oh. Oh my. Oh, nice reactive Karthus. Force
Way
them.
overreactive Tryndamere ult.
True, but that was a good way to get them to back off from going any further.
Yep. Don't be afraid to use your ult, Leona. TLDR. Earlier.
I'm gonna turn on director camera here for just a little bit to see. Oh, Fizz found that pink ward. Nice job by him.
Hey.
Look at builds here real quick. Fizz does have a kill from ganking. Tryndamere has been spending a lot more time farming. You can see that. Karthus is going to go for a Rod of Ages build, which is fine. I feel like he could get away with a tier Rylai's, but Rod of Ages is fine on him as well. That's good.
Yeah, totally fun.
Oh, she got him. Where's the Sivir follow-up? Oh my goodness, they had the kill. There's no turret to be worried about there. Oh well. Bot lane. Yeah, I think they just forgot that they had already taken tower and were too apprehensive to go all in there. It's too bad.
Oh. I'm sorry, I'm not familiar with the new defensive item, but is that what Shen building? With those two?
I wish I could bring up a shop icon while spectating. Can I do that? Can I bring up shop? No?
Nope.
I forget. We'll find out. I
I'm
think it
hoping
might.
that's what it does.
Yeah, I think it does. I think that's what it builds out
Will
of.
Shen build the dead man's chest? Tune in next time on Bronze Boot Camp.
Sitting on a ward. Good. Take out a pink ward.
Tryndamere is going Devourers.
I will not say anything because I have no clue if that's actually good on Jungle Tryndamere.
I think it has to be, but the only problem is that you're kind of starved for crit, especially if you decide to go Blade of the Ruined King second, is the only thing. Looks like Fizz might be able to solo Drake, maybe.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yes to both.
I think that was a good job of Fizz recognizing Tryndamere was top and that Dragon was free to take, especially if you know, like, there's no tower here. His bot lane has priority. There's no way that Ashe and Thresh could really contest that Dragon by themselves, so good job by Fizz to recognize that opportunity and to take it.
Like, I understand Sage is good on everyone, but that being said, like, you have to also look at the power spikes on his team.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Cho'Gath, it has power spike mid-game. Garen, early game. Ashe does well mid to late game, but I would personally prefer Warrior Enchantment over everything else, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Because all the times we've seen Devour, like, it has yet to be actually sated before the game is decided.
Yeah. It needs to be completed at the 20 mark is okay.
Yeah.
Before, awesome. After 20-minute mark, you gotta get it done fast.
I believe wasn't it Horse that recently said when he was on one of the podcasts that if you're going Devourers, you need to be like 3-0-3 within like 15 to 20 minutes.
Oh, I don't need to know. You don't need to be 3-0-3, but your team needs to not be behind.
I think the point that is more making is that you need to be involved. Like, you can't just AFK and farm up your Devourer in the jungle. You need to be ganking.
Alright, thank you, Lena. Sorry if I don't know how that item is built into.
Yeah, but what have you been doing with all your time if not keeping up with the game changes?
I need to get back into rank.
No, you don't. It's not fun.
I'm gonna get Diamond 4.
You should do it.
Aw.
Looks like Tryndamere is kind of... Whoa. Sorry for the camera work there. A little in deep over his head. Oh, wow.
Ooh, nice W from Karthus.
Oh, Leona ult misses though. Oh, Fizz is going ham.
Didn't need to exhaust there, Leona.
Yeah.
Target was dead either way.
Looks
But at least you used your ult there, so good job.
Looks like Garen ended up taking that tower. Tryndamere has some options here. I'm wondering what you guys feel like he should be doing with his time from now on. Do you think he should be trying to farm and split up a bit maybe? He's already farmed quite a bit. His team's a little bit behind. Oh.
What, Tryndamere?
Yeah.
No, he wants to finish that Devourer.
Yeah, he's got to finish
Since
it.
he's already balls deep in it.
Yeah.
Okay, this is exciting. I want to see how this item works on Shen.
It works pretty well on him.
Like, does the active proc once someone auto-attacks him?
He has to auto, I think. Man, these submarine ganks make...
What?
The taunt there would have been really good to land.
Or the Zephyr Blade.
Yeah.
I guess he was trying to predict the flash, I guess.
Maybe. Oh, she going in. She going in deep in the hole. Oh, man. Shin, where you going, buddy? It's close calls all over the place.
I didn't even see Leona having a life bar remaining.
Yeah, she got away a little low. Got away there.
Sorry, Pineapples, but this is our last game for the day, Frowny Face.
Wake up earlier, Pineapples.
Yeah.
Some of us were up at 9 a.m. for this.
Get your shit together.
I went out and visited 3 apartment complexes and got a doctor's appointment and came back and did 2 Bronze Boot Camp games.
Oh my
Come on,
goodness.
Pineapples.
Oh my goodness.
Come on.
What's your excuse?
Lashak is just productive as hell. I just had enough time to roll out of bed, grab a coffee, and start streaming. That was me being productive today. Alright.
Plus 2 points for Shen for getting the very first creator stealth totem.
I do appreciate Shin. He has teleport up. No, he will very soon. So he's split pushing. He's gonna probably look to take that tower. As long as Leona or somebody on the team throws down a ward here pretty soon. Oh, ooh, nice hook.
Please activate your E. There you go. Ooh.
Trying to figure out what exactly happened there because... Oh!
Oh, dang.
So let that be a lesson. As Karthus.
That should not have happened.
Yeah, do you want to talk about that?
In the end there, you could have easily killed Sivir. But all you have to do was just go back just a few more inches away. And I'm not sure if Sivir had her shield up or not, but that was way too risky.
Yeah. Well, how did that fight go south for blue team? Because it looked like they had 5 people there going in. Was Tryndamere with them? I couldn't tell.
No.
Okay, so it was a 4v4. They went to dive. They got a hook onto Karthus.
No, he was there.
Okay, so they got a hook onto Karthus. Was Karthus the best person to initially go and stand on? I feel like he might not be the target you want to throw everything on your abilities at and fight over. But
nah. Starting a fight with a Karthus getting hooked first is a bad idea.
Yeah,
that's
he throws
that's
out
like
the
a Blitzcrank.
Yeah, he throws out the damage no matter what. Even when he dies. With that said, Karthus, you probably already know, but the next time you want to ult, make sure you're off in a safe spot where you can't be interrupted by... I'm surprised Cho'Gath didn't have a knock-up or a silence to stop it, but the Ashel also. So be sure to just maybe back off a bit, out of sight. Otherwise your ult is very interruptible, and it leaves you very vulnerable.
No, Leona. I think we've talked about this a whole lot, but you don't want to build Sunfire Cape on a support.
No, you do not.
There's way more effective items that you could be having. Like Righteous Glory, or maybe even Randuin's if you want to be selfish.
Yep.
Even Frozen Heart.
Oh,
yeah.
Wow.
Leona loves her some base stats.
Alright, well, it looks like Cho'Gath was able to take out blue mid tower there when red team was focused on trying to kill Tryndamere and Garen up top lane. I feel like red team's strength is going to be team fights. I don't know if they should be looking necessarily for picks and chasing people off on the sidelines. I feel like especially with Karthus and Sivir, their team fight is really, really strong.
Oh, alright. That's gonna be a dead Ashe.
Oh.
It is?
They're leaving her.
I don't see anyone on either team near her on the map.
Hey.
Now, Phil, if hallucinations continue, you should see a doctor.
You can write me a prescription.
I just can't fill it.
Oh, wow. Wow. Oh my
And I'm out
goodness.
of here.
How do you... Wow!
I have to deal with this every day.
Man!
Or close to it.
Close to it?
Yeah.
Oh man, that was... I'm just impressed. I'm not even angry.
But on back to the game.
Back onto the game. Looks like Shin's drawing a lot of attention. Red team really needs to take advantage of this attention he's procuring here.
Silver's gonna take top tower.
He might be able to ulti out in time before Garen silences him. But actually, he's just gonna walk out. How much movement speed does Dead Man's Plate give?
You're asking the wrong person here.
Does it? I don't think it gives any. What the heck? Huh. Red team. Karthus stopped typing, or maybe he DC'd. I'm thinking he may have DC'd.
I think he's having some trouble.
But you know what? He makes great bait. So it's all gonna work out in the end.
And we lost Karthus again.
We did. So hopefully we'll get another pause out coming up.
But until that happens, we might as well talk a little bit about items here.
Yeah, I think we need to start talking about items and...
Yeah. I don't know what Cho'Gath is building next with his Sunfire Crystal.
I
I'm really
hope he's
hoping
not
it's
building
not
another
Ages.
catalyst item.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, sorry.
Probably go more like Morello's, maybe Deathcap.
Mhm.
You just want more. You want something AP oriented. Athene's.
Yeah, it's
If you do build Rod of Ages, I'll go into it later about why building Sons of Rod of Ages.
he did build Rod of Ages already.
I know, but two of them.
Oh no, he won't be. He shouldn't. He can't be.
We'll find out.
We'll find out. Yeah, most. I don't know. I'm seeing once again Boots of Swiftness out of top laner. I don't know. I don't like Boots of Swiftness that much, and I feel like Merc Treads would be a lot more useful to Garen right here. But it looks like there's a fight breaking out.
Huh?
Nice disengage from Cho'Gath there. Oh man, I want to talk about how Garen should have bought Merc Treads instead of Boots of Swiftness, but I'm afraid a fight's about to happen. Basically,
well,
with the
Garen should have bought
stun,
Merc Trades instead of Boots of Swiftness.
yeah, the stuns and taunt and slow from the enemy team, like the Shin taunt and Leona stun. Those are things that
Don't
Merc Treads
fight,
would help a
don't
lot more
fight.
with. Yeah. So, as this fight goes
Ooh.
on, ooh, Garen might be able to turn this around, or Tryndamere at least. So
That actually didn't. That wasn't that bad for blue team.
it wasn't, but I would have liked to see Ashe not ult Shin.
Yeah.
That's not the target you want to try and go, especially when their whole team, Shin's whole team, is right there waiting. So, a better option to ult even Karthus, like just because you're not gonna be, if you ult him with Ashe, you're not standing on top of him. You can keep your distance and hopefully burst him down before he can do anything. But also, I realize that Fizz and Sivir kind of have built-in mechanics to dodge your ultimate, but just kind of look for when they use those, like Spell Shield or Fizz's Flip, and try to time your ult around those. But yeah, Shin's not necessarily the person you would be targeting to start a fight off.
Yep. Also remember that just because Ashe used an ultimate to start a fight doesn't mean you have to go in.
Yeah.
If you see a bad fight happening, just paying careful over and over again until they get the message.
Yeah.
And if not, don't go in. Like, maybe you should go in.
Usually it's a good idea to, like, even if it's the worst idea in the world, if your team executes it, it might not turn out bad.
It's better to do something all stupid together, I guess.
Yeah.
At least there.
Yeah,
And it did turn out somewhat even.
it did. Yeah, it's at the 26-minute mark, and Tryndamere does not have a sated Devourer. That's, he's not in a good spot right now.
Ooh.
Yeah, red team has quite a bit of a lead right now. What do you recommend they do to help, I guess, end the game as quickly as possible? How are they going to end this game before blue team has a chance to get back into it?
I mean, Shen should be split pushing first off.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he doesn't have Sunfire Cape, but he's got ult, he's got teleport. Why is he not, like, all over the map?
Oh, there he is. He's coming in now. They should be able to take this mid tower, I feel.
Nope, they are a team fighting comp. They just want to be forcing down objectives as a group.
Yep.
They should not be doing another camp.
Thresh
Go
is the
mid,
dead
mid.
Thresh, yeah.
Go mid.
There we go. Team fighting comp. Yeah, Shin is the only one on their team who should be thinking about split pushing, and he should really only do it when his ult or teleports up. Fizz, I feel like, yeah, he's defending that tower right now. He's okay right now, but I would like to see him a little more proactive with his team here, and at least in the next 5-10 minutes to help really accelerate the end of this game.
Oh. I have to praise Thresh for being the first one to be built a Aegis of Legion.
Oh
in
my goodness.
Bronze Boot Camp.
All right.
Not only that, yeah, good job. It's really gonna help with the Karthus.
It is. It'll help immensely with Karthus.
But going way back before, we didn't really finish up items at all.
Yeah, go ahead.
Looks like Fizz is going more AP oriented, which is totally fine.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
They
that's fine.
have, like, you could go Bruiser or AP. I was just more concerned that they might build MR and just shut you guys down.
Mm-hmm. Bruiser's
But,
a
yeah.
bit more less expensive, I could say, but
Yep.
he's already built such a big lead he can afford to go Zonias and Void Staff.
Uh-huh.
And looks like they're gonna group here. We kind of agree that this is what Leona's not the person you want to be using all of those abilities on. Karthus, unfortunately, looks like he is disconnected yet again. And I think it might actually cost him this
That
time.
was unfortunate.
Ooh. Mid-fight game pause, the most exciting thing in League of Legends.
But
Where
yeah.
you get to look at the team fight for a good 15 seconds. You're like, I need to do this and I need to do that.
Don't panic, don't panic, don't panic, don't panic, don't panic!
Someone is spamming the flash button as hard as they can right now. 3, 2, 1. Hope they're ready. Alright.
But yeah, but if this wasn't solo queue, blue team would have been able to use that efficiently.
We need
And
another pause now.
yeah. And now with this, they might actually be able to possibly take second,
Yeah.
third.
Unfortunately, you know, DCs are actually part of solo queue. I used one to take a win last night and I don't feel bad about it. But it's it's unfortunately part of the game. Nice wave clear by Sivir, that's what you gotta do. Try to get the turret to focus them.
Wow, that was unfortunate. Having the turret target Ash first.
Yeah. Oh, Garen's gonna get away. Follow him, follow him? Follow him, follow him. Why is he going that way? Oh, okay. Doesn't matter. Whoa, it almost mattered!
That was a good boomerang.
That was a very
right
good
there.
boomerang. Oh man.
Yes, of three, we're not the ones who are controlling the pauses. It's the players themselves. If
Wait.
you guys do want to pause, all you have to do is
Type /
Like-
pause.
yep,
Yep.
simple and easy.
It looks like red team's gonna respond pretty well here. Tower for tower. Both teams are active. Red team has a 9,000 gold lead. Dragon's up in a minute. I feel like they could really start warding it up. And well, speaking of wards, blue team. Red team.
Tryndamere is
Both
finally
teams-
has Sated Devourer.
Hey! Alright. A little late, but hey, better late than never. I feel like the warding from both teams could be very much improved here.
Yep. Also, make sure that you upgrade your sweeper as well.
Mm-hmm.
Super important. Don't know about Skrine or
Shin is doing a good job here. So yeah, Righteous Glory was built by Cho'Gath. I feel like his team lacks so much damage now, I feel like.
They have no mid-game power at all. Ashe is
And they have no
still needs
team
some
right now.
Ooh!
So
Tail end. Yeah.
Like Garen literally teleported bot.
Yeah, he needed to defend that split push against Shin.
And that's the problem with Cho'Gath, is that if you are a little bit behind, and if you do decide to go the tank route, you have no AP threat anymore, really.
No, there is no AP threat damage on the team available.
Yeah.
Garen is deciding he's gonna take that mid tower. We'll see how that goes here in a second. He's going for it.
Damn.
Wow, red team really should have just kept pushing and taking that bot or
Off
that
the
top
back.
turret. They're gonna lose that tower anyway. Oh well. They might be able to rotate towards Dragon now though. Yeah. They're gonna be able to get Drag. They could then rotate, board up Baron, back, go by, and then try and push out. Pick a lane to go forward, people down, and send Shin on the farthest possible away lane, and repeat the process.
There we go. Now that Karthus is back, things should be easier.
Yeah. Okay, so they just got an almost. So they took out 3. Would you recommend they take Baron right now? It doesn't look like they can take any turrets right away. If they rush Baron right now, they could get it very quickly. They
Absolutely.
They need to go right now, though.
Go.
Guys, stop.
Quit dilly-dallying.
Stop.
Shen, leave the lane. Go to Baron.
Leave the
I
lane,
command
guys. No, don't get that farm. Go. Go, 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 go.
Karthus is one of the best Baron takers.
He is. His damage
His
on Baron is really, really good.
Yeah, with this now, Shen can still push top effectively.
So yeah, they need
Go
to
bottom.
back, buy, get all that monies. I don't know. It's gonna take you a long time to get that crab, Leona. I hate to break it to you.
Something we haven't been talking about at all, actually, are elixirs. You should be doing it or buying them when you think a fight's about to break out, or when you're about to take a big objective like Dragon or Baron.
Yeah, right now would be a good time to buy elixirs for red team.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they're gonna go back, buy maybe send Shin top and the rest of them go bot, maybe, or opposite, or vice versa. They still got that bot tower that could be taken out, but I don't know what they're doing right now. They're not. Hopefully they can turn this around. Oh, yes they can. Dear Lord.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Alright, seriously. Mid,
Shove.
just shove. Get those lanes going. Does Shin have ulti? He does. And he has teleport. He could probably teleport bot lane right now. If they wanted to get the most bang for their buck out of this Baron here. Oh boy, they really...
Oh, Sivir ulting.
I
They
don't
want that
mind it.
power.
I really don't mind the Sivir ulti there. Whoa!
Oh my god.
Oh!
Fountain Shark.
Wow. Yeah, that is one interesting thing about Fizz. Shark does not interrupt backs. It just applies a slow, which won't stop you from backing.
Or teleports. That happened to me the other night.
I bet.
I brought the shark to my bot lane.
Fun.
Looks like he still died either way though.
If Red Team really wanted to play this safely, they would have pushed out bot lane and taken that tower and another inhib, but they went for the win here, and it's probably going to pay off. They had the lead to do it anyway, so I can't really blame them for just going for the end. But it looks like they should be able to end this, maybe.
Yeah, they.
Oh. Blue team with the successful defense. Right, so if they were interested in the safer play, it would have been to have Shin or all of them go bot. Nah, I actually like having all of them go for the inhib to get it as quickly as possible. Whoa! Shin. But I feel they needed to send someone bot. They would have been able to get at least 2 towers, which is an insane amount of gold to give to your team. And
map pressure.
Yeah. And they would have been able to push out top lane at that point, since both mid and bot would have had super minions closing in on the enemy base.
I like Garen's thinking here. I want that inhib.
It's not going to turn out well for him. The red team's up right now, and he cannot take that tower fast enough, unfortunately. Whoa! A little preemptive flash there, but Garen doesn't need a lantern. He's his own man. The lantern holds him down.
Damn, that damage.
Yeah, yeah, that burst damage from Deadman's Plate is quite a bit. I'm a little intrigued by the Sheen purchase by Shen. I'm not gonna lie.
Not familiar with Trinity Force Shen?
I'm familiar with it. I'm just, and I know he's trying to get some more damage going, but yeah.
Yeah, you don't need it right now. You just have to be.
I think he's tanky enough, but I feel like Wit's End might be an option, maybe? Could be. If he wants a attack speed. Trinity Force is actually not that bad to buy. I would prefer he get tier 2 boots first, though.
I mean, he may have been thinking about buying it if he wasn't at the end of his wits.
Yeah. Alright, so yeah, red team just needs to... They're split up here. They don't have Sivir. This... If Fizz wasn't so far ahead, they would be in trouble. I feel like Sivir really isn't in a position to split push that well, but... Dueling righteous glories. Oh man.
Which I think Sivir's in a great position to split push considering there's no Nexus towers.
Yeah. I mean, it worked out fine, but I'd prefer her be with the team. Her whole kit's centered around being with the team.
Yeah, about that.
If she were like a Vayne or a... I don't know, you can split push with any AD carry really, I guess, but it worked out. Oh.
Oh my.
Ooh. Oh! Oh my goodness. Garen going man mode.
Gonna live.
Going man mode.
Alright, MVP is Garen this game. Doesn't matter. Soul Dragon still live.
Even though he got blue trinket for some reason and blue boots of swiftness.
I'm gonna talk about that later.
About the blue
Don't
trinket?
you worry, yeah.
Okay. Ooh, blue team has a chance here.
Shen, where are you going?
There we go, nice taunt. Yep.
Oh, Sivir is just able to stand behind that wall and unleash all her AoE. That is really unfair. Is it? Oh! What? What? Oh, if only Cho'Gath did damage. If only Cho'Gath did damage.
Asu!
Damn.
Wow.
Yeah.
What
The only one
went
who
wrong
might be able
for
to stop Ash is Ash.
what went wrong for red team there? I'm kind of curious. What do you guys think happened there?
Shen literally walked away from the fight when he should have been helping them disengage. Like when they were down there, just south of red, he walked up towards where red, the red buff pit. And everyone
I don't
else
mind.
ran
I don't
towards
mind the
Tron.
heal there. I really don't. That's fine. She's gonna have a Leona hot on her butt though.
Thresh versus the minions.
Oh, that's unfortunate. You know what? She got the inhib.
Okay. Now red team needs to go and take Baron right now.
Agreed.
No.
Oh no, we're gonna do some backdoor shenanigans.
This game. But no, it's really unfortunate because I'm pretty sure Zex Karthus is having disconnect issues. They were just all not in the right position in that team fight, and blue team took advantage of it.
Why are they wasting their time here? Oh, there we go. He's back in. Just take it, guys. This game is 42 minutes long. It really shouldn't be that long.
Okay, as of right now, the longer this game goes, the more advantage blue team's gonna have.
Red team's not gonna have a bigger lead than right now, I feel like.
Yep.
Most of them are already at, like, they're almost at their 6-item mark. Oh. Where's the lantern to help him out of there? Lantern? Lantern? Okay. Ooh. That was a good ulti from Ash. And the red team should just be
there
able
we
to
go.
end the game.
They can end now.
Baron buff ace, no towers, covering the inhib and
Yeah.
nexus.
They probably don't need to take that. Yeah, they could just go
And no mid laner.
and no mid lane. They can just go and end the game.
Alright.
That's game. I think we're gonna have a lot of stuff to talk about this game.
Yeah.
So
We have a lot of things to touch on, yeah.
Stay around, guys. We'll cover it. We'll go through each character, go through what we saw, what we liked, what we didn't like. Alright. Yeah, that game was pretty long. It's already 12:50. Alright, I'm gonna click on advanced details. Okay. Alright, well, what are you linking into the chat? I want to know.
No, you don't. You don't.
Oh my goodness. Alright. So let's see here. We have... Let's take a quick look at the board. It looks like boards for the most part were pretty even from both. Like, most people participated. I would like to see more out of Leona, but we'll get to that later. Right off the bat, should we start with Tryndamere?
Sure.
Alright, so, I don't think any of us are completely sure if Sated Devour is the best item for him, but you did eventually reach that one. Yeah, he was almost at 6 items. So he reached that point eventually, but early on, I think we both felt like he was just not impactful enough in the lanes, even though his goal is to get that stack that Devour as soon as possible. He did have some early invades, which were nice right off the bat, but then he got caught out in that second one, and that really set him behind. I don't know if I can add too much. I didn't see too much split pushing out of him. I'm not exactly sure if that would have been the best option. I don't really know. I don't think I can offer too much advice for Tryndamere if you guys want to touch on that at all.
Yeah. So I understand that you want a stacking item that has a big power spike once you have it fully stacked, aka sated, but let's say you did get the opportunity to split push and have free reign over Shen and facing him. He's still going to be able to deal with you split pushing. All he has to do is taunt you. He has Thornmail. He has so many. He is the anti-split pusher and pusher at the same time. He's so good and one of the best in the game. And with that, you really need a better early game jungle item with it. Therefore, Warriors would help you affect Garen's better early game compared to Shen's. Help get Cho'Gath snowballing. Hopefully, after that, he would actually build damage then. Like your team was more early to mid game oriented and not late game, which is what you were trying to go for yourself. So really look for what your team's power spikes is and build from there.
All right. And then I guess we can hop right into Garen if you want to touch on him. I know you wanted to say some stuff. We'll keep you talking.
Yeah. First off, I don't like full tank Garen. If you want to go a tank top lane, you can go Malphite.
Or Maokai.
Maokai. You can go Sion.
Yeah.
There's so many better tanks that go pure defense. What Garen... What? Oh, go ahead.
Even just having a Black Cleaver. Just a Black Cleaver.
What Garen excels at is having high base stats and doing well early game with his ridiculous amount of Q and E damage with it. That's why you need a longsword, maybe get a brutalizer early on, just so you can be somewhat relevant and securing those early game kills with it. And affecting the game that way. Then after that you can get a few items. Like with your W, you have so much additional armor and magic resist going full on. So you can just stack health, and you don't need building a Sunfire Cape, maybe Warden's Mail. You can just go Spear Visage and Warmogs. And last but not least, I do see that you do have the Scrying Orb. You never want to have that top lane.
Yeah.
I cannot think of any situation where you will need it.
Top lane Quinn or Vayne.
Yeah, alright.
that might be it though. It's not
getting more wards or maybe getting even a sweeper would help your team out more in the long haul.
Yeah, I would have. I think I already talked about Boots of Swiftness. I feel like Mark Treads would have served you better in that scenario. And we'll go to talk to me later, Whale. We'll go on to Thresh. Let's see, your bot lane really fell behind after that gank by Fizz through the lane. And, I don't know, they were dominated in lane for the most part. So, I can only speak so much about what I saw from Thresh. I wasn't paying too close attention, unfortunately. I do like your items that you built. I'm not exactly 100% on board with the Frozen Heart. I'm guessing a Randuin's would have been okay there too, or maybe you finished your Targon's Brace into Face of the Mountain sooner. Otherwise, I really like the Lock of the Iron Solari. I thought that was an excellent buy. You rushed that early on, and that was very, very good for your team. Wards placed 36, that's the highest number in the game. Did a really good job of that. Only one pink ward purchased. I would like to see more, especially out of support. Kind of tend to keep a slot open for pinks at all times, so like that ruby crystal. And so you can upgrade your Targon's Brace to Face the Mountain full. Just go ahead and leave that empty so you can throw 2 pinks in there and you can place them across the map.
Yeah. I wasn't really watching him auto attack the cannon with his Targon's Brace, but I'm just going to leave it up to you to decide whether if you did well or not last hitting, or if you missed too much. I didn't really check out your runes because, again, I don't know how much IP you have and what you have, but I would suggest maybe getting some AD reds, maybe AD quints as well if you're struggling with it.
Yeah.
If not, and if you don't feel like investing that sort of runes on it, just get a coin instead. It'll give you more gold in the long haul.
Yeah, it will. And we can go ahead and move on to Ash. I would like to see the blue Scrynord trinket out of you, even though you do have your Hawk Shot. You did place 16 wards, 3 pinks, that's quite a bit. Maybe you invested a little too much into wards, but that's really not the worst thing that can happen for an AD carry. Your third item, major item, was a Guardian Angel. I don't think that was necessarily a great buy. I know you're probably getting dived out quite a bit, but you're behind and you're the major carry, and Cho'Gath didn't build damage, he built half tank. So instead of that Guardian Angel, I would have liked to seen maybe a Last Whisper or even a Bloodthirster. Bloodthirster if you're worried about staying alive, but yeah, your job is to do damage, and you have to do that, especially when you're behind, because nobody else on your team is going to do it besides maybe Tryndamere with how everybody else is building. And Guardian Angel is just going to keep you alive longer in a fight that your team is going to be losing because no one does damage. Did you guys have any thoughts else for Ash, or?
No, just make sure you get Scrynorb.
Mm-hmm. Alright.
Nope,
Oh,
I can't
yeah.
think of anything that you didn't already say.
Ult targets. I saw Shin and Leona a couple times, and they aren't exactly the people you want to go for. Try and see if Sivir uses her spell shield, or even Karthus was a pretty good, decent option to ult. Maybe not necessarily a good option to hook and go in on and stand on top of, but if you ult from far away and allow your teammates to... He's stunned, and you just clean him up real quick and back away. That would have been a good option. And Cho'Gath.
Alright, I'm looking at what he leveled up first.
Mm-hmm.
And generally, when you're Cho'Gath mid, you want to be leveling up your Feral Scream right away. That has the highest base damage, has good AP scaling as well.
Very much so.
Because I see that you only took it once at level 3, then after that you started maxing your Rupture, then Vorpal Spike second.
Mm-hmm.
Because in all honesty, like, I saw a lot of times where Karthus wasn't using his max range to his advantage.
Yeah.
And you could have easily just W-Q'd ult him and killed him easily if you had that extra damage from your W.
Yeah.
Another thing to note on that is that the duration of the silence increases with rank, whereas the duration of, say, the knockup or the cooldown or anything is not affected by leveling up your Q or E over W.
Yeah. Leveling up W is very powerful for mid lane Cho'Gath. It's something you should look into and try out. I think you'll find that you do a lot more damage and are a lot more effective in lane.
And if you play Gentleman Cho'Gath, you're going roar, and who doesn't want to do that?
Yeah. Also, builds. I think we both saw that if you're going to go Rod of Ages, then you're going to go into Righteous Glory and Frozen Heart before you build any more damage. You're not going to do anything. You're a CC machine, yeah, but you're not going to... Your team needed the damage desperately, with a tank Garen coming out of the top lane and a Tryndamere that didn't finish their Sated Devour until around the 30-minute mark. Your team was desperate for damage, especially in the mid-game, and you weren't able to provide it.
If you want to go a tanky route like that with Cho'Gath but still damage, I mean, Rod of Ages is a great start. But, you know, get Azonias, get an Abyssal Scepter, you know, get these things that add a tank stat and damage.
Completely agree. I guess we can move on to Sivir.
Yeah, really quick before, I just want to address, Jay said that his Cho'Gath CS wasn't really good. Well, that is very true. We tend
Ash
to do
too,
that.
I think.
Yeah, everyone in general could improve in CS.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and link the...
Yeah, you link the guide to Horse Doctor, but we tend to not over talk CSing because in the long haul, everyone could do better. And even if we say like, hey, you have to be 20 CS up, that's not really helping them improve at the game, because unless we actually get into the nitpicking, like here, this you have to do this and that, So instead, what we like to do, we like to share Horse Doctor's How to CS guide, and from there, hopefully they can get into a custom game and improve that. But yeah, you are right.
Yeah.
Everyone's CS could be better.
Like, I know people think going into custom games isn't going to help them out that much, but it helps so much just from going in twice or 3 times, going in and practicing CS. You'll see improvements immediately. It's one of the best things you can do to improve your game.
Yep. Yeah, there's one of the when you've done something enough that it becomes second thought and muscle memory, and you're not actively thinking about it, you tend to just generally be able to be better at it. And the only times in like the Bronze Boot Camp or Valorant that we will try to bring up CS in, because like you said, it's a given that everyone needs to improve on it, is if you're on a champion that has a specific mechanic that can help you with that CS.
Yeah.
Hence like the Vigar of last game.
Alright, cool. Good job with that. I think we can go ahead and move on to Sivir. She did very well throughout the whole game, I felt like. Used her ult at pretty opportune times. Like, even using the ult to rush to the inhib to take it after they won that big team fight. I liked that a lot. Maybe you used it during the fight. That would have been cool, too. But maybe it was on cooldown and it just came back up. Your build is pretty good. I didn't see anybody really... I guess Tryndamere was starting to become a threat later on, so I think I understand the Guardian Angel a bit there. Maybe the CC from Cho'Gath and Ashe may have been enough to warrant a QSS instead of a Guardian Angel, but that's kind of nitpicking. The Guardian Angel may very well have been the better option there. I'm not completely sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, did you guys have any thoughts about Sivir?
No, I think you went over it too much.
Okay. Can you guys talk about Fizz real quick? I have to deal with something real quick.
Sure. Yeah, as we said previously, you can either go for a more bruiser type or go all AP oriented. But in this case, it's perfectly just fine. I just make sure that you do tend to focus, at least earlier, just you make sure you gank a little bit more. Again, it's a minor nitpick, but you did fairly well overall. Maybe buy a few more pink wards. I don't see you buying that many wards in this game. So, yeah, good job.
Typically, the team that has the more impactful jungler early on has the higher chance of winning. So when you know someone like, say, Tryndamere is going Devourer, if you can figure that out early, you can abuse that because so many people are treating Devourer poorly, and they're just AFK farming in their jungle. If you go in, you can mess with them. You can take their camps that they need. You can be ganking the lanes while they're not.
Oh. Yeah, as far as Leona goes, I think we said this one too many times, but I'm just going to say it again, just in case you didn't see the previous broadcasts. Don't go Sunfire Cape on supports. There's way more effective items that you could have. Like, I know you have Righteous Glory, but you could have had that way earlier, and then you could have built, let's say, Randuin's. Like, and it would give you more stats overall for what you're getting for your money. Anything that you saw for Leona?
There were a few moments I couldn't tell if she was trying to predict Zephyr Blade, like flashes or not. But don't be afraid to use that Leona cooldown. It's that Leona ult. It's on a pretty short cooldown, and most of your target focusing was fine. But just sometimes it looked like you just couldn't decide if you were wanting to go in. And the problem with Leona as a pick is you either have to win your lane or you're gonna lose. As weird as it sounds, like you either have to win your lane or you're just gonna lose, because if you're not actively winning your lane, Leona can't do much in a reactionary position.
Yeah. Like, don't be afraid to use her, like Leshak said. And last thing I will comment on is make sure you max your Eclipse first, not your Shield of Daybreak. It gives you more armor, and it will overall give you more burst damage when you do decide to go in on your opponent.
Yep. Alright, cool. So we just got, you guys cover everything you wanted to cover about Leona then? Leshak?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, we
like
talked...
We shined plenty of light on the situation, I feel.
Alright. Yes, you did. Shin, I thought did a pretty good job. He didn't let Garen become a bully in top lane, and he itemized pretty well too, I thought.
He did really well for a guy who never upgraded his boots.
Yeah, I would really like to see that. I really want to see those upgraded boots.
Maybe Merc Treads would have been
yeah.
nice.
Yeah, Merc Treads would have been great. Who cares if Cho'Gath silences you or you get Ash arrowed or slowed by Tryndamere? Yeah, it's like, it'll be less time. Yeah.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Upgrade those boots. I know I was talking about Wit's End earlier. Trinity Force kind of looks better. So, yeah. Nice build.
If they had more MR, then Wit's End would have been the better choice, or more AP on their team.
Yeah, if their team had more AP or had a mid laner that decided to build damage. Yeah, thinking about Wit's End was definitely not a good build idea. Ignore that from earlier in the broadcast. Let's see.
I was watching you really closely in terms of seeing how split pushing was with Dead Man's Plate, and it was alright. I think still getting Sunfire might still be core for him, I think, or for some situations. Like the split push potential that you get from a Sunfire, like you can still have both, but just make sure you have Sunfire first. I would say.
Okay. Alright, cool. Finally we get down to Karthus. Sorry your internet was kind of giving you problems.
Yeah,
but
that
for
was
the
unfortunate.
most part, he seemed to be doing pretty well. Rod of Ages is fine. Usually what I find a lot of Karthus players do is they either go the Rod of Ages route or they go a tier into Rylai's, which is also very powerful in its own right. I suggest you try that out and see how you like it, because the slow from Rylai's on your spells really affect every single battle and it can help you chase down opponents really well. I don't agree with the Luden's Echo. I don't really see what maybe you're worried about the movement speed to dodge Cho'Gath ruptures, but tier 2 boots should give you enough speed to do that anyway. And you're not going to necessarily roam as Karthus. You're not really built to do that. So either a Zhonya's or a Death Cap instead of that Luden's Echo.
Yeah, the typical items that Karthus builds now is they go tier, and then they go straight into Rylai's Crystal Scepter. Since the changes, they're really strong on him, and the amount of power spike that he gets from it. Like Rod of Ages is still fine and situational, but I would consider at least think about going tier for now on.
Yeah, try out tier, and I don't think Luden's Echo is that great on Karthus. I would maybe consider trying other items first.
I'm not going to hype too much on your positioning just because you were having lag issues.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure if you were lagging at least early laning phase, but you were getting really close to your creeps when last hitting. You want to use your Q as far away as possible.
Yeah.
But there should be no reason for you to get ruptured, I would think.
Yeah. I would also like to see some more wards brought out by Karthus. More wards overall, especially with Leona. 23 is a little low considering he had Sightstone, and that was a pretty long game. Not a fan of the new Xerath build path. The build path is, a little rougher, but the end result of Xerath is actually it's a lot stronger than it used to be. It's really strong. The new Xeraths, it's stronger than it used to be.
Yep.
It's really good. Wards placed. Yeah, I think the Thresh kind of gave his team the lead there when it comes to wards overall, so the team that warded less won, I think, unless my math is wrong, which is unfortunate. But please ward.
Wards are your friends.
Upgrade your trinkets, upgrade your boots, they help you so much. Do you guys have anything to add before we sign off, or if you guys have any questions in Twitch chat, you have like 10 seconds after you hear this to post them. I'll give you guys a little bit of time. But overall...
the delay!
Oh, yeah. Do you guys have anything you want to add for the end of this game?
Last thing I'm going to say before we sign off is make sure you communicate when you're ganking or before heading in. Like the very first gank that Shen TP'd onto Leona. I could already see Leona's face, confused, like, what was going on. Like, just ping on the way or spam pings right next to him saying that you're going to do this. And maybe Leona would have actually used her ult in that situation and got a kill there.
Is it still
something to keep in mind.
2011? Oh. Yeah, I guess this game is that old. Jeez. Alright, I think with that, we're going to go ahead and end the stream. Thanks, guys, for stopping by. Remember, we do Browns Boot Camp every Saturday. And if you want to check out more of the Trinity Force Network, .com, you guys go there, or go to the subreddit, which is right there. And you can stay up to date on all the events. About once a month we have a tournament. We have tons of podcasts. We have tons of events like D&D that happen every week. Like there's like 4 every week, I feel like. There's a ton of groups. 6. We have 6 groups going every week. And we're in the middle of a run. So we'll have signups eventually again soon. Hopefully we'll get some more DMs. But yeah, so go ahead, check out the community, hang out in the TeamSpeak, hang out in the T-Force chat room on the client. And until next time, we'll see you guys later.
Bye.